Good morning, everybody. I'm very pleased to be part of this very interesting conference. My name is Hanadi Mirza. I am part of a team of researchers in the Faculty of Pedagogy at the Lebanese University. We are three: myself, Hanadi Mirza, Dr. Fadwa Murdaa, and Dr. Nancy Moussawi. Yesterday, Dr. Moussawi presented a paper related to the perceptions of students in the Faculty of Pedagogy regarding online learning during the pandemic. And today I will be presenting our findings related to the teachers' perceptions regarding remote teaching in the COVID-19 period. So basically, I have a PhD in education, and my specialty is teaching English as a foreign language.
Okay.
Second, please.
Okay.
Second slide, yeah.
Yeah.
So what is why did we conduct this study? As we know, COVID-19 started spreading in Lebanon end of February 2020, and this forced millions of teachers and students at school and universities to move to the online teaching mode, and teachers had to find ways to teach remotely. Another thing is that the literature related to the perception of the teachers regarding online teaching in general were very scarce, and at that time there were barely no studies related to remote teaching. That's why we would like in this paper to investigate the perceptions of the teachers in the Faculty of Pedagogy at the Lebanese University regarding remote teaching during the spring semester 2020. Next, please. Okay, so basically, as I said, the teachers in the Faculty of Pedagogy had to manage teaching remotely despite the poor training and despite the poor infrastructure in Lebanon. That's why we would like to know how they managed during COVID-19 pandemic, especially during the first lockdown in spring 2020. And our research paper addresses the two following questions. First one, we would like to investigate the challenges these teachers faced while designing their courses online, delivering them, and engaging their students. And the second one, to find out possible benefits they drew out of their experiences teaching remotely. Next, please.
Okay.
So the rationale of our study is to fill the gap in the literature, because there were very few or almost no studies related to the teachers' perceptions regarding online studies, knowing that there were numerous studies related to the students' perceptions. Who can benefit from our studies? Well, other teachers at university level can benefit from the experience of these teachers in the Faculty of Pedagogy, namely what teaching methods and technique they use in order to survive teaching remotely during the pandemic. Next, please.
Yes.
So basically, our study follows the explanatory sequential design. We started collecting quantitative data using a questionnaire. Then we chose 9 of the participants who filled the questionnaire to be interviewed individually. So the data resulting from the quantitative questionnaire will be analyzed descriptively, while the interviews will be coded and categorized. And basically, the data were collected specifically during the spring 2020. Next, please. So, who are our participants? 53 teachers in the Faculty of Pedagogy at the Lebanese University took part in our studies. They filled the questionnaire. They were 39 females, 14 males, 26 part-timers, and 27 full-timers. All of these teachers teach in the Faculty of Pedagogy, and they belong to the 4 following humanities departments. As you see, the majority who filled the questionnaire belong to the languages department, 45.3%, and the remaining participants teach in the educational psychology, educational sciences, and social studies departments. Only 8 teachers said they were familiar with the technology used in online teaching. All the teachers in the faculty received 90-minute workshop to teach them how to use the Microsoft Teams in March 2020. Next, please.
Okay. Okay, Hannah.
Okay, so we used two tools. The first one was about, excuse me, teachers' perceptions of remote teaching questionnaire. This questionnaire was developed by us, the team of researchers, and it was piloted before administering it to our participating. This questionnaire includes three main categories. The first one included demographic and background data. The second one, it included the experiences of these teachers regarding remote teaching. And in this category, they were allowed to choose multiple answers to tell us what were the teaching methods and technologies they used, the top challenges and benefits they drew out of this experience, and whether there was any possible integration of these new technologies in future courses. One of the questions, was question 7. It relates to the teaching presence of the community of inquiry model developed by Anderson. We only chose the teaching presence because it's directly related to the instructors and their perceptions of online teaching. It includes three categories. First one is designing and organizing. We refer to it in our questionnaire as course design, and it includes items 1 to 4. Direct instruction, it was referred to as course delivery, and items 5 to 10 cover this section. Last section, facilitation, we refer to it as students' engagement, including items 11 to 16. All these 16 items were rated using a 5-point Likert scale. Next, please.
Okay, Hannah.
The second tool includes individual interviews with 9 surveyed participants. It means participants who already filled the questionnaires. They were 7 females and 2 males. Each of them was interviewed individually for 20 to 30 minutes via WhatsApp. And the questions included the challenges they faced while designing courses and engaging their students, the advantages they drew out of teaching remotely, and their level of readiness to teach remotely in next fall in case COVID-19 pandemic was prolonged. Next, please. So, the major findings related to the electronic platform media and teaching method the participants used. More of 70% of the participants used Microsoft Teams, WhatsApp, Zoom, and email to send, basically the email to send and receive students' work. 60.4% of the teachers taught synchronously and asynchronously. The course's materials were mainly prepared using PDFs and PowerPoints, around 88.7% of the teachers. And other things were used, like, for example, existing videos, and some teachers recorded their own videos and own PowerPoints. Major mode of delivery included lecturing, Q&A sessions, case studies, and PPT explanations. Next, please.
Dr. Hanadi, it remains 5 minutes.
Yeah, I don't need more than this. Thank you so much. So what are the challenges these teachers faced designing their courses online? Almost half of the participants said that course design was very challenging. Young and old teachers were poorly familiar with the technologies. Finding materials online and uploading the materials was time-consuming for many teachers. Because they were poorly familiar with technology, many of them used the courses they have already planned in traditional classrooms, and they used them in the virtual classrooms. They said that they needed lots of stimulating activities. The nature of some courses was difficult to teach online, namely practicum, action research courses, and the like. And almost half of the participants, 49.1%, said it was very difficult to follow on students' progress online. And also they found that they had to spend a lot of time learning the new technologies in order to teach remotely. Next, please. Second type of challenges is related to the delivery of the courses. As you know, in Lebanon, most of the participants complained about the poor infrastructure in Lebanon, namely the poor internet connection and the frequent electricity cutoffs affected negatively the delivery of their courses. The mode of delivery, as I mentioned, included mainly lecturing, Q&A, explanation via PPT, and basically case studies. They found lots of difficulty trying to check on students' understanding. Some instructors complained about the absence of the traditional board, which facilitated the explanation. There was a tendency, according to some teachers, to deliver high amount of information and to repeat over and again the explanation because some students were not able to catch up. And they also complained about the time and energy consuming to comment, actually to correct and give feedback to students. Some teachers said that while delivering information, the interaction with students is really limited. Next, please. The third category is related to the challenges related to engaging students online. Teachers difficult to interact with students online and mainly to encourage them to attend and participate in online sessions. It was almost impossible to check who was effectively attending because some students just mute their microphones and they're gone. The rapport between teacher and students was poor, according to many teachers. That's why some of them tried to improve this emotional relation by starting with the taking the care talk, trying to share with their students some personal experiences. And definitely students where the limitation basically is related to encouraging them to attend. In order to motivate some students, some teachers try to involve them in planning, asking them what they would like to study, how type of project they would like to learn, etc. J'ai encore besoin de 2 minutes.
You should maybe summarize.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, we have other people.
Yeah. J'ai besoin encore d'1 minute, s'il vous plaît. Some benefits included learning numerous technology that they're going to use in their future courses, staying home and saving time. They are going to be organize better their courses next time because now they are more familiar with the different online teaching methods and technologies. I'm going to move immediately to the conclusion. Next, please. Okay. Although everybody moved, teachers and students, to the online teaching mode due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the teachers and the faculty of pedagogy, despite their poor training using the new technologies and Microsoft Teams, and despite the poor internet connection and frequent electricity cutoff, the teachers and the faculty of pedagogy at the Lebanese University were successful in managing the remote teaching during the first period of the COVID-19. They did have lots of challenges they shared with teachers worldwide, namely designing their courses, delivering them, engaging students, finding and uploading materials, and trying to encourage students to attend online sessions. They all agreed that sitting for the exams in person and on campus was a very good decision taken by the administration because cheating was very difficult to proctor online. They said they were all ready to teach remotely next fall, provided that teachers and students were given additional training to use the Microsoft Teams. If I still have time, I can go to the next slide. Shall I stop? Or talk about research recommendation?
20 seconds, yes. J'arrive pas. Please.
Future research.
So future recommendations, the research can include teachers not only in the faculty of pedagogy at the Lebanese University, but also in other universities in order to generalize the findings regarding the experience of teachers in Lebanon and how they dealt with remote teaching during the pandemic. Research can also be extended to school teachers and students to investigate their perceptions regarding remote teaching during COVID-19. Thank you so much.
Thank you for you. Thank you for you.